Well, hi there. This is Sheri Cooke, Women's Coach and Trainer for Permanent Weight Loss. And today, this video is to give you an introduction to EFT and to show you the 9 basic tapping points. There will be other videos that cover specific topics that are the hot buttons that block women from being successful at losing weight and keeping it off. And what I want to tell you about EFT, just very briefly, is that this is based on the same science as acupuncture, except we don't use the needles. Instead, we tap with our fingertips on the meridian points or the energy points around the body. And the whole purpose of EFT is to remove the blockages or the interferences that are in the energy body. So they act as an interference that prevents the energy from flowing and from you being able to carry out what your intentions are. They show up as all kinds of unwanted symptoms, and when they're not taken care of, when they continue to be unresolved, they show up as chronic diseases. So things like, as far as with weight loss, things like cravings, eating when you're not hungry, overeating, feeling undeserving, feeling like a failure, not appreciating yourself or actually disliking yourself, eating for all the social triggers, all of the limiting beliefs that we have, all of the triggers of self-sabotage, and more and more and more. EFT is used today for everything imaginable. And so it works at all levels of being. It eliminates the physical symptoms, pain and allergies, rashes, backaches, and it helps with, in an amazing way, with many diseases that don't seem to be helped by other forms of medicine or healing. It works for performance, for public speaking, for being afraid to make those sales calls, and on and on and on. It's something that you can use for anything that is bothering you. Okay? Now, a disclaimer here. You should always seek help from a physician or from a psychotherapist or another health practitioner if you actually have serious issues. So this is not intended to be a treatment or a cure. I'm not claiming that. This is strictly for educational purposes and for you to use this at your own discretion and to be fully responsible for using it. As far as I know, there have never been any reported negative effects other than you can have some intense emotions come up as a result of doing this. So you just need to be aware of that it really does remove what's blocking the flow. So if you have some suppressed emotions or memories, it can definitely bring those up to the surface. And that's actually what we want it to do, because we want to clear those things out. All right? So let's begin. I want to show you the 9 basic tapping points. I use these about 99% of the time. There are a few other tapping points that I use very rarely and as needed. So we're going to start with the very first one, which is the karate chop point. And it's right here on the side of your hand, the palm, right on the side, and you use your fingers of your other hand to just tap right there. And it doesn't matter whether you use your right or your left hand. And then from there, we go to the top of your head. And it's right on the soft spot, right on the top of your head. And from there, we're going to go down the body. So we're going to come down to in front of your eyebrow. And it doesn't matter if it's right or left. So just right in front of an eyebrow. You can even use both hands and tap on both if you want to. But it's just as effective using one hand. So now we're going down and to the corner of the eye, right on the bone there, and just tap on the corner of your eye, one hand or two hands. And from there, still going down the body, under the eye. So we've gone around the eye now, and this is right under your eyeballs, under the eye. And then under your nose, in the space between your nose and your upper lip. And then the chin point is in the groove right here. And then the collarbone. You actually have 2 points that begin this collarbone on either side, or the clavicle. See, it's right there. So I make a fist and I tap right there where I get both of those points at the same time. And then last is the underarm point, and here's my armpit, and I'm going to go down about 4 or 5 inches right there on the side of my arm. It's right where my bra strap is. Okay? So that's the 9 basic tapping points. Let's review. Karate chop, top of your head, eyebrow, side of the eye, under your nose, chin point, collarbone, and under your arm. All right, so that's it. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? All right, well, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.